All right, and here is the video review for Transformers Studio Series 61 Sentinel Prime in his fire truck mode. A couple of minor issues with mine right out of the box, and that was one. You see, he's supposed to have two of these little rear view mirrors, and this one was missing. It's not in the box. It's not on the couch where I took him out of the box and transformed him for the first time. Just missing. It's just a friction plug. It's not pinned in. It's just like a little clip-in piece, so it probably just got lost during production, and it's disappointing, but of all the things that could be missing on this, not the end of the world. So it should have another little mirror like this up here, and it does not. Also, I had to fix one of the pins on his weapon because for this little piece that flips out and the pin was punched wrong, but that was an easy enough fix. So that was a minor thing. It missing this is a more egregious issue, but I'll live. And I've got a 3D printer. I can print one up if I need to. Also, I explained this in one of my videos the other day, but just FYI, like I've got some scratches here on my arm, and it's not that bad. My dog, we trimmed her nails the other day, and she kind of got me. They're very superficial. Like they look way worse than they are. It's like a scratch just enough to make me bleed, but because it bled, it looks like I got this giant wound on my hand, and it really isn't that bad at all. So just FYI, my dog got me with her kind of edge of a sharp claw after we were trimming her nails, and that's all that happened. I'm fine. 3D printing, I mentioned that a second ago, and real quick, another project that is in the works. If you've been following me on Twitter, you've seen it. We'll get to. I know I'm going to get a lot of, the video starts at 5 minutes in, because, anyway, put him off to the side. I am printing this very cool armor kit to turn Seed Shockwave into Hearts of Steel Shockwave, and you can see he's coming together. I hope to have it finished this weekend. Everything I need is here. It's from Sam's Forge. Sam's makes toys on Twitter, and he also has a Facebook page if you just look up Sam's Forge on Facebook. But he's done some really nice Power Master Prime for Animated Optimus, which I'm going to print. I've got my Animated Optimus here. When that's available, he's got a full animated Lugnut figure that looks fantastic, a full Blackout figure. He's doing a lot of work. He's studying at university right now. So it'll be a couple weeks before we start seeing more updates from him. He's got to take his exams, which is fine. But I have been printing his upgrade kit for Shockwave. The armor does all come off and form the boat by itself, kind of like with the Cyberverse armor figures. Like you can't transform him as the boat, as the robot mode. But all the pieces do come off and form the boat, and I'll show that. I'll do a video review when it's done. I'm printing up the last of the light gray stuff now. Got to print up a couple of small dark parts here like these, and then some purple bits, and we'll have them all together. But looking forward to having them all together. You can see I printed a lot more stuff here that I need purple bits to attach it all, but it's coming together okay. And like cool little like hinge pieces here. And I'm just using some straight pins, some trimmed straight pins to make the hinges. But it's all coming together really nicely. And I'm looking forward to having it all done and ready to go. Anyway, on to the video. Here's Sentinel Prime. He is a fire truck. And it's kind of cool. I like the design of this fire truck. I like the curved front end. And he rolls. And this piece can lift up. There's a little fire nozzle there, water nozzle. It'd be weird if it was a fire nozzle. But and it just pegs in right there on the back of the truck to keep it locked down when he's rolling around. Transformation, you start off, you just pop off these panels right here, and this is the pin I had to reseat. This piece was not folding in because the pin was in crooked, but I just popped it out and seated it properly. And now it's all good to go. But you just take those off and extend the handle. Same over here. These will hook together through his fist to give him his weapon. We'll put that off to the side for right now. Go ahead and fold that back up like that, and we'll start unpegging. The panels come apart fairly easily. You can see now here's his lower body, here's his upper body down here. And go ahead and split the legs. Just like that, come up here, fold this window rear view mirror down like that, and pop his arms out. Unpeg the hands and pull the arm and shoulders out like this. We can get under here and I always find it's difficult to get this panel started, but get this up and fold the panel out like that. So now he's kind of extended. This will be his cape. We can split that here in a moment. We come down here, rotate this whole assembly around there at the torso, and this kind of sits forward and snips up into there. lift his whole head assembly up, and fold these panels in. You want to make sure the head rotates up all the way so these panels fold all the way almost flat against his chest, or everything else won't tab together properly. And this piece just kind of folds up and it's going to sit along his back here. There's a little peg tab up here that'll lock his torso together when you get it all lined up properly. There we go, like that. Just pegs in like that. Go down. Maybe I'm wrong, or whatever. But then you fold these panels around like this, and there's a little tab here that'll tab in on the side, and you want to make sure, again, that lines up and pegs all the way in or it won't wrap all the way. There we go. And then you fold this around, and this tab on the chest will tab into this panel, and then you just bring his arm down like that, and same over here. Come on, go in. There we go. And peg that all together. And again, that absolutely looks like that should peg in there, but whatever. You just fold that up like that. Take his feet. I'm going to separate, bring the toe part up like that, and flip his toe up, and then rotate the wheels around so the wheels come into the inner leg, and then you can plug that in. There's a little tab here that tabs back into that, and then you fold this panel in, which will again tab in up here, and then the heel piece folds up, and then there's a ball joint back here. This piece folds up around like that, and there's a tab here that tabs into the side of his leg to lock it all together. And there's a foot done. And the same thing over here. Lift this up, rotate it around, fold it back down, fold this panel in, up and around, and fold this up, and tab it into the side, flip his toe up. This should be locking in a little better than it's doing right now. There we go. And then this comes down, and the shoulder piece will come up, and then this cape part splits. There we go, like that. Snaps together really well to give him a little bit of his cape. Straighten his legs so he can stand properly. And there is Sentinel. Well, this comes back here and lock. I don't know why this suddenly isn't locking. It was locking okay the other day. Like I said, that really looks like it should plug in there, but whatever. Yeah. See, this should peg in up here. Like that, and then this pegs into here. I knew I wasn't crazy. There we go, and that locks everything together. Although, unfortunately, like the transformation joint, it gets rid of his waist swivel. He could have had a waist swivel there, except it locks. There we go. And then his weapon, as we mentioned, comes around here. Push one in through his fist. You can see the peg coming through up here. Flip it around. And just peg it together inside his hand there. There we go. And there is Sentinel Prime, all ready to betray everything that he held dear at one point. He's got a ball joint here to the neck. Double swivel shoulders. He's got a bicep swivel. Decent range of motion in the elbows. Does have a wrist swivel. No waist swivel, unfortunately, but he'll happily come loose for you. There at his abdomen. Dual hinge hips, thigh swivel, knee hinge, and no real motion in the foot, unfortunately. But it's a nice design. Like I said, his truck was cool. I wish he had the rear view mirror, but again, a minor quibble. All things considered, it should be complete, but I ordered it online, and I'm not going to deal with the hassle of returning it and waiting for another one because it's not that big of a deal. Like, I still got a really cool Sentinel Prime on my shelf. But yeah, like I said, I think he's a neat representation, a neat transformation, and I like how they did his weapon. Here he is with Studio Series Optimus. just to give you an idea of how they scale together. And yeah, he's a nice addition to the studio series. I don't know, like, I like his design. Like, I didn't care for his character all that much in the movies. I thought he was kind of, yeah. I mean, like, I like that they got Leonard Nimoy to voice him, but I always liked his character design. I think that's a really cool truck. I think his robot mode looks nice. I like that they gave him the chest windows as well, and that standard kind of Optimus look. But I think he's really designed. I like his beard. And I think the studio series captures it pretty well. I wish the waist locked in a little better. And, like, am I forgetting something? Like, I feel like, like I said, I feel like I had that all down. And I've practiced and I've transformed it back and forth, but whatever. Anyway, there is Sentinel Prime from the studio series. And like I said, he's a good representation of the character. I wouldn't have prioritized him except because I wanted Scrapper, and he came in a 2-pack with Scrapper. But all in all, like, I'm happy with him. I'm not upset that I got him. I wasn't rushing out to the stores to hunt for him, for a lot of reasons actually right now. Anyway, now I'm rambling. Stay safe. Stay sane. Enjoy the toys that you can get your hands on in these times right now. And see you soon. And we'll do Scrapper next, and then we'll have that Shockwave armor sometime, probably Sunday or Monday, depending on when I get it all finished and put together. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging around and sticking with me all these years. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm getting a little weepy and retrospective. It's just being stuck in the house all the time. I mean, I get to work, but anyway, thanks. Have a good night, day, whatever time of day it is. Enjoy your week.